All right, we are live. Welcome to Maximum Change. My name is Dr. Foster, and if you've been around for a while, you know that last year was kind of silent. There was a lot going on behind the scenes, but I'm back and I'm ready to talk with you and engage with you and help you to build your business, start a business. I want to start with the topic for today, and that is that opportunity is everywhere. Now, this is something that is an observation of mine for some time. In fact, how many times in the past year have you gone to a business and had to wait in an enormously long line only to find out that they're out of the product or they're unable to fulfill the service that they normally offer? Have you run into that? Because if you have, then you know that there is opportunity everywhere. Now you add to this that we're in an age of a burnout epidemic and what we're calling the Great Resignation, where people are leaving their jobs in mass and not going back to those 9 to 5s. This is what I like to call the Covet Effect in business. It is a real thing that's happening to businesses out there. So if you are aware that there is an issue going on, you go and you wait in long lines. It takes longer for you to get a hamburger or French fries or a soda or your prescription at the pharmacy or checking out at the grocery store or wherever you go. And then you add on to that the idea of scarcity, which means that we're having problems getting products in from outside of the country. They're being manufactured elsewhere. I'm telling you, if you're thinking about starting a business right now, in the early 21st century, and at the time of the recording of this, it's the year 2022, we're 22 years into the 21st century. Now, right now is the time, the best time, the hottest time, the most opportune time to start your own business. Now you're saying, well, wait a minute, we're in inflation and we're not sure about what's going on in politics and geopolitics and on and on. I'm telling you, right now is the time to start a business because there is a huge need for product and service right now, and there's a huge need for people to fill those needs. In other words, start businesses, side hustles, whatever. This is the time to start a business. I can't emphasize that enough. What you need to do is you need to go out and find a problem that exists in the market right now and find a way to fix it. There are literally hundreds, if not thousands, of different opportunities in the way of problems that are existing in the marketplace right now. Now, let me just give you one prime example of what I'm talking about. Last couple of weeks, actually it was before Christmas of 2021, I went to the dry cleaners near my house. And my wife said, take this shirt or whatever it is, and I had something I wanted to get fixed. And I took it in there and I said, I need to get these items mended. I need you to send them to your seamstress or whomever it is that does the tailoring, and I need this, and this done. And the young lady behind the counter looked at me and said, there is a 2 to 3 week waiting period because the tailor, the seamstress, can only take so much work at a time. So in other words, that person has their own little business. They work from home. They have met their saturation point. Now, there's a couple of lessons to be learned from this saturation point that's been met. One is this is an opportunity for that business owner to find other people that would be interested in coming alongside of her and making money. Now she could make a small margin off of that and let them have the rest of it or whatever. I mean, whatever the pay structure is or the compensation structure is, that is a whole other conversation we could have at another time. But that's an opportunity for that business owner to say, there is a great demand right now, and I have Susan down the street that has a sewing machine and she loves to sew, and she's not doing anything right now because her kid's in college and her husband's traveling for work. Maybe it's a chance for her to go down, and ask Susan, hey, do you want to make some extra money helping me? There are opportunities everywhere. There are problems that need to be fixed. Now, the secondary way to fix this problem with the dry cleaners is that maybe someone listening to this right now has a sewing machine or has the skills and abilities to do sewing of some sort. I can tell you I know how to use a sewing machine. You don't want me fixing your jacket or your shirt or your pants. You don't want me doing it, but I do know how to use a sewing machine. The point I'm making is if you have the actual skills to run a machine, maybe it's an opportunity for you to go to your local dry cleaner and say, hey, I am a seamstress or a tailor, whatever you want to call yourself, whatever the appropriate wording is for today. And I want to know if you have any need for my services, because I would love to be, that person for you. If you already have someone, maybe I can be a backup for them. There are a whole lot of different ways that you can deal with that. In fact, you don't need to just stop at one dry cleaners. You can stop at all the dry cleaners in your neighborhood. There are opportunities for you to go to small, boutiques that sell clothing and say, hey, I'm a tailor. If there's anyone that ever comes in here and they need, your product modified, I'd love to be that person. There are thousands and thousands of opportunities out there. Another idea that I had years ago, and this was probably more than 10 years ago, maybe 15. I worked for a company, and one of the staff that worked with me, they owned a side business. Now you have to understand this was somewhere around 2005, 2006 time period, but they owned a business where they were basically a concierge. Now there's tons and tons of concierge businesses out there, but this is a prime opportunity. That individual went to the dry cleaners. Again, I'm going to use dry cleaner as an example. Went to all the dry cleaners around town and said, I would like to do a pickup drop-off service. I will provide the bag. I'll provide the customer, and I will pick up from them, and I will bring it to you. You'll give it back to me, and I will drop it off at the customer's house. Concierge service. Now, we have all sorts of delivery services right now. I mean, you can go down the list of them, just even starting with, DoorDash and Uber Eats, and then working your way through all of the other items that are out there. I was talking to a friend yesterday, and we were talking about how I'm aware of people that have Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, and Uber Eats, and they're connected in all of those different things. And what they will do is they will work their way across town doing DoorDash and Uber Eats and all that. And then on the way back, maybe they have an Uber rider. But the point is, there are opportunities to be made, low-hanging fruit really, that are there to be made. And you can do this. You can find things that you can do. What you need to do is walk out of your door and go somewhere with the eyes open, the ears open, the heart open, and say, I'm going to look for problems in the marketplace, and I'm going to see if I can fix them based on my skill set, my abilities, my knowledge, whatever. I'm telling you, there are ways to make money out there. You just need to find a problem. If you start with the problem and you have a solution for that problem, a real tangible solution, you can make money. It's just the way it is. Now, I know you're probably sitting there saying, well, I've never owned a business before. I don't know how to do this. I can help you with that. I've got training. I can do coaching. That's fine. We can handle that. But there's no sense in you saying, I want to be an entrepreneur, I want to be a business owner, if you don't already have a problem that exists in the market that you can bring a solution to. Now, sometimes we have these epiphanies where we see something and we're like, oh, there needs to be a solution for that. Why doesn't someone do X, Y, and Z? That is finding a solution to a problem. Go stand in line at your pharmacy, which is 20, 30 deep. I mean, I go to a pharmacy near my house that's in our grocery store. And it's because my insurance likes me to go there as opposed to one of the other brand names. And so I go to this grocery store, and because of COVID and the impact and everything, I end up having to stand in these long lines because they don't have enough workers to do that. And what's crazy is they're offering these workers 16, 17, $18 an hour to work in the farm. And there's benefits and everything, but there are solutions there. You can find ways to come up with how do you the size of the line. Maybe you can go meet with the store manager or the pharmacist, or the pharmacists are really bad, but maybe meet with the store manager and say, look, I have this idea. I'd love to help you reduce the number of people that are standing in line for. Instead, they're standing in line waiting for their prescription. If you can find a solution that's a win-win for the pharmacy, for the store, for you, a win-win-win, you might have something there. Now, some of these bigger grocery stores, you may have to go to corporate and you may have to have, insurance. I mean, there's other ancillary things that we would have to deal with. But the issue is, how can you find solutions to a problem? I can tell you, I'm getting ready to do some repairs on my house. And I have been looking and looking and looking for someone to help me with that. And it just so happens that there's a guy that I know, moved in my neighborhood, and he came to me one day and said, look, I just want you to know, I'm a handyman. I'm not a contractor. I don't have all the contract licenses. I'm a handyman. But if you have a project you want done, let me know and I'll tell you if I can do it or not. And so he's going to help me remodel a bathroom. He's already done one and he's going to do the next. The point I'm trying to make is, if you have a skill or an ability to do that, then there's opportunity everywhere. I am on my neighborhood chat board. Yeah, I think it's through Facebook, as a matter of fact. And this time of year, you'll get the people in the neighborhood will say that they're looking for someone to help them, bag up leaves, or maybe in the summertime they're looking for, someone to mow their lawn. If you are a young person listening to this video right now, there is so much opportunity to hustle and make money. I'm just telling you, there is no reason why you cannot come up with an idea. Look, I'll help you, develop the business plan. I'll help you. I'll teach you how to do all those things. I'll teach you the things that you're not sure about. What I can't teach you is how to come up with that idea, because I don't know what you're good at. I don't know what your skills are, your abilities are, your educational background. And look, just because you have a degree, for example, I know someone that has a medical degree. They're a doctor, a medical doctor, but they also have some other side skills that they developed over a lifetime. And they decided that they wanted to get out of medicine, which is surprising in some ways, because doctors used to make, a crap load of money, but they decided they were going to get out. And then they ended up going into business making woodworking stuff. I know it's crazy, but they're happy. They're making the money they want to make, and they're working the hours they want to work. And that's what's so important about being an entrepreneur, is that you get to work when you want, do what you want, love what you do, and have the ability to spend time with your friends, your family, those you love, those you care about. The bottom line is, and I often say this to people, whose dream are you working on? If you're working a 9 to 5 right now, whose dream are you working on? I mean, if you happen to be listening to this video over lunch right now, because I am streaming this around lunchtime on the East Coast, if you're sitting there in your cubicle or your office and you look around, maybe you get to work from home, but even in working from home, you're working for someone else. Are you happy? Whose dreams are you working on? Are you working on your dreams, or are you working on someone else's dreams? If you working for someone else is never going to get you the things that you desire in life, financial freedom, time with your family, the ability to travel when and where you want and how you want, wouldn't it be great if you could say to your spouse, hey, I live in Southern Ohio right now, but let's say you said to your spouse, hey, I want to jump on a, I want to jump on a plane and go to South Florida and hang out on the beach. Wouldn't it be great for you just to call up your travel agent or your booking agent or whomever it is that handles that stuff and say, hey, I need a jet. And you go to the private airport, you get on a Learjet or whatever, private jet there is, and you fly to the destination you want. You stay for the length of time you want. And if you want to work, you can work from that location. If you don't want to work, you don't have to. Um, that is the question you need to ask is whose dream are you really working on? Now, I want to talk just for a brief moment to individuals that already own a business. I've been talking to people that business. But if you happen to have made it this far in the video, and really if you're thinking about starting a business, I want you to keep listening too because this is really critical. I just want to speak to business owners just for a moment. If you own a business that has employees or could have employees at some point, this is more critical today than it has ever been. Remember, we're in the Great Resignation. We're in the Great Burnout epidemic. Forget COVID. COVID is going to be with us. We are in the age of burnout and resignation. If you're a business owner and you have employees or plan to have employees, you must be intentional in finding ways to take care of those employees every day. Take care of your team so you can keep them. If someone is working for you and they love what they do and they feel like they're part of the team, they're valued, maybe you've empowered them to make decisions or do something. If they feel like you're taking care of them, they're more likely to stay. Now, the flip side to it is if they've always wanted to own their own business, well, they're going to leave anyway. So the idea is that you hire the very best people that are going to want to stay around and make an opportunity, be a part of something. You're going to have to find ways to take care of them. I think about the pharmacy that I was talking about that had a long line. One day I talked to one of the pharmacy techs that was at the cash register, and I said, why is it that one, all of the faces that I recognize, with the exception of the pharmacist, are gone? It was actually one or two people that were still there, but for the most part, most of the people, I'm knocking my microphone around, most of the people that I knew were gone. And the guy said to me, well, it's like this. We've been working so hard due to the pandemic that we went to the company and said, look, we all want a raise. We're working hard. We're more than happy to keep working. We love our jobs. We love our clientele. We just need a raise. And they were only asking for a couple of dollars more an hour. So I said, okay. And they said, well, they turned it down. And I said, well, let me ask you, what was it that they were offering? What is it that they pay these people? And they said, oh, they were making about $14 an hour. And then I turned and looked at the sign that was right there. And I said, they were making $13 an hour and the store wouldn't give them a raise. So they all quit. And now they're offering up to $18 an hour for people to come work. Listen to me, if you're a business owner or you plan to be a business owner, you can't fool around with this. Don't tell someone no and then you realize they really were worth that because the market, in order to replace them, They were asking $1 less than what they're having to pay now to get someone. But here's the other cost there. And if you're a small business owner or even medium-sized business owner, this is absolutely critical because money can be tight. If you're going to have to go out and replace your entire staff and pay, $1 or $2 more an hour than what you would have had to have paid if you kept the team that you kept that are trained in their job, you're not only having to pay more in dollars per hour to get them, but you're going to have to spend time and resources to train them to do what it is you need to do. Opportunity is everywhere. Don't miss this. Do not miss this opportunity to find the opportunity. Go out and look for the problems that exist and find the solution to them. Okay, if you need help, if you want some training, I would encourage you to reach out to me. Go to my website, MaximumChange.com. Join our Facebook page if a friend has forwarded this video to you. We're at facebook.com/MaximumChange. It's all one word run together. Join our Facebook page. Get involved. I'm working on getting some training up that is going to walk you through how to come up with marketing, how to write a business plan. What are some of the elements you need to be looking for when developing a business? And the most important thing about all of this is when I teach people how to start a business, what I try to teach them to do is start with as little to no money out of pocket as possible. I mean, I have literally started businesses with less than $100 in my pocket. I have started businesses for $0. There are ways to do it. And there are tools like this, Facebook Live, that are free. Well, they're free in the sense that you don't have to pay anything, but that's because Facebook is they generate funds through advertising and other, other products and services that they charge for. But there are free things like this. Google has all sorts of free and nearly free items out there. You could get started with a business for next to nothing. If you want my help, you can reach out to me. You can send a message through Facebook. You can go to our website at MaximumChange.com. Look around. We're in the remodel phase on our website, but you can still reach us there at MaximumChange.com. Would love to help you. And if you're watching this on any other platform, whether it be YouTube or wherever else we've posted this video, you can always reach out to us at our website, MaximumChange.com, or you can send us an email at info@MaximumChange.com. I'm Dr. Foster, and I am the founder of Maximum Change. Been with this organization since 2005 when I founded it. And I have been an entrepreneur for over 20 years, helping hundreds and hundreds of individuals and businesses start and grow businesses all around the world. And I'd love for you to be the next one I help. Hope you have a great day, and we'll see you at the next live. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and follow us buttons.